Hi, welcome again. My name is Stephen Bates. I'm here in this video to take you through why setting goals and having positive mental attitude and having affirmations can be absolutely the worst thing you can do to improve your life and improve your income and improve your results in anything. So we need to ask why this is so. Now, I've done a previous video on what I call the normal model. I'm going to very quickly recap it, but there's a short video that you can go and pick up that takes you through what the normal model is. But the quick recap is that we all have a set of parameters that we sort of work in. So if you think about your income, most people bounce between this is how much I earn and this is how much I end up spending, and then we just keep going up and down. Other people bounce up and down within a range of weight. Now, the reason this happens is because the human brain likes certainty. We like to know where we are, how we operate. So we don't tend to do a lot of random things. We don't tend to do a lot of things that are outside of the normal. So the normal model happens in many areas of our life. But when it comes to improving things and improving your life, what we need to do is we need to break the normal. And this is what I spoke about in the other short video on that subject. But actually what we have is not one but two normals. Most people teach that there's one normal we need to break, and you break it by having goals. You have goals, you have desire, you have aspirations, and you overcome our personal natural reluctance to stay where we are and stay safe. And that's perfectly true. That's how you do it. You have goals to push yourself forward and do something you've never done before to get a result you've never had before. But we have actually two normals. Well, 40% of people have two normals, not one. And the thing about having two normals is that they operate in a very different way. And the normal on the right I'm talking about is created by our sabotage thinking. And that sabotage thinking, the thing that stops 40% of people doing what they can do, charging what they can charge, speaking out and saying, I'm really good at this. It makes them overly fearful, overly worried about criticism, overly worried about loss. It basically happens because when we're in this sabotage thinking, we're actually in survival mode. We're actually in survival mode. Whereas the real us wants us to survive, wants to solve our problems and wants to go for our goals. The sabotage thinking only does survival. Now, I've got a much longer training on this. If you just nip over to certainchange.co.uk, just tick on one of the links and you go over there. There's a much longer training where I explain that in much more detail. But for this case, I just want you to believe me that we actually have a desire to survive, solve our problems and hit our goals, and we have another form of thinking which gets overly excessively wrapped up in don't make a mistake, don't mess up, don't lose your money, don't waste your time, don't get criticised, don't. So lots of fear, lots of doubt, lots of procrastination and lots of missed opportunities. So you can't break the second normal, you can't break the survival, you have to turn that off. And this is the reason why. If you set goals and have affirmations, which is pretty much what people teach, increase your motivation, have that big why to overcome your natural reluctance to move. If you do any of those things, on the left hand side it will work. Perfect. Having that drive, having that ambition, having that desire to increase your wealth, your income, your abilities, your whatever results, that's perfect for the left hand side. But if you're one of the 40% of people who have this sabotage thinking, it's the worst thing you can do. And what you'll actually do is you end up creating more of a conflict. The conflict will be bigger. And the reason the conflict will be bigger is because any goal, any desire, any affirmation to say that I work at this level, this is who I am in 12 months time. The moment you do that, this will wake this sabotage thinking up and it will start saying no. And it will give you a whole load of fear. to boot. So if you've ever been in a situation where you've tried to set goals and you've immediately said, no, you can't do that, and you just walk away and you leave the goals, that's the reason. The real you wants to give it a go. The real you says, can I do this? Oh, I'm not sure, perhaps I can. Oh, let's do it. Yeah, it'll make that decision about, oh, is it worth the risk or not? Can I do this? It'll have those doubts, but it'll be in proportion to the goal. It will be a reasonable doubt. This, no matter what you set, will say, don't do it. Too dangerous, too scary. Because it thinks it's a threat. So goals and affirmations and pumping up your motivation, while it may feel good to this side, the sabotage side will just go into overdrive of fear, and it will want to slam down hard on the brakes and stop you. So if you ever caught yourself yo-yoing between, I want to do it, no you can't, I want to do it, no you can't, I want to do it, no you can't, this is the reason why. Because those two different thought processes see goals and affirmations and positive mental attitude as two completely different things. One sees it as a way of helping you improve, and one sees it as a threat. So if you've ever tried to read your affirmations that you've written out and your goals, and all you hear is a voice saying, nope, not possible, can't do that, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, that's too risky, what if, you don't deserve that, all those sorts of things, with a whole load of fear and a whole load of doubt, that's the sabotage thinking going off in your head. Now, if you don't have goals, if you don't have affirmations, guess what? This doesn't get turned on. So you're in the normal you're in at the moment, but the real you's going, come on, I can do better than this. I can do better than this. Oh, I've got an idea. Boom, back it comes. And this is the conflict so many people, 40% of people are in. So what I'd like you to think about is this. If you, every time you have an idea that is something you really want, you think you can go for, you know you can get, because you're underperforming so much, and this jumps up and starts in your ear, in the back of your head, you know, just making your heart thump, and you get a dry mouth, you shoot sheer fear, and you've got this argument going on, get in touch. We can help you with that. We can definitely help you with that, because that's what we do here at Cert Change. You have to turn this thinking off before your goals and affirmations will help you move your real normal. If you don't do that, you'll just create a bigger argument. So, what do you think? Comments, questions? Love to hear from you. Move on over to Cert Change. There's a bigger training, as I say, that we've got free ebooks explaining this. Go and check us out. We know what we're talking about here, because we've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clients who've had the same problem. It's a huge problem. It's an accident of thinking, and I'll explain why in the trainings that happens, but it's an accident of thinking where the sabotage thinking is trying to help you, but it causes havoc. So that in that big training, I explain that, about how to create a positive revenue loop. But what I'd like you to do is stop setting goals if you've got this problem, because all you're going to do is drive yourself crazy. You've got to turn this off first and then set your goals, and you'll just fly, I promise you. Okay, hopefully this has been useful to you. I'll speak to you soon. Pop over to certainchange.co.uk. There's going to be a button around here somewhere, and then pick up some of the other trainings. And then if you think, do you know what, I've had enough of this, I've been underperforming for far too long, my revenue is rubbish compared to where it should be, then just give us a call and book in a call, and we will show you how you can turn this sabotage thinking off. Take care. Thanks for your time.